In April 1983, the West German newspaper magazine Stern released clips from the supposed diaries of Adolf Hitler, also known as the Hitler Diaries. These were later to be proven as a hoax through forensic analysis. In determining the papers were a hoax, forensic evidence used to reach this conclusion was based on an examination of ink and the paper, as well as the seals used on the documents. Ink samples can be tested using chromatology, a process by which the ingredients in the substances are held in solution, then separated as they flow over medium such as paper that absorbs compounds at different rates. The ink from the Hitler Diaries was subjected to these tests. The chloride that was identified in the Hitler Diaries ink proved that the documents could have been written only in the previous year. Further, the paper, which has been aged by using a hammer and staining it with tea leaves, this examination showed that the paper contained an additive that had not been used in the papermaking until 1954. The threads used to affix the seals to the documents too were suspect because they contained materials that were not available until after World War II. The physical evidence was conclusive. The documents were an elaborate forgery.
On December 21st, 1988, Pan Am Flight 103 was bombed by terrorists over the city of Lockerbie. That day, 259 people died on the plane and 11 people died in the town of Lockerbie because of the falling debris. Forensics have played a large part in concluding what happened in the air when the bomb went off at 7:03 p.m. Even though most of the evidence near the bomb was destroyed, two significant items were found. A fingernail-sized piece of green plastic from a Swiss digital timer that was used on the bomb, and a burned section of the shirt was discovered among the wreckage. Forensic scientists used physical science as well as biology to conclude that the shirt was wrapped around the bomb at the time of the explosion. Currently, Abdul Basat Ali al-Mahiri and Yaman Khalafah Fhimah of Libya are both accused by the United States Justice Department of being responsible for the bombing of the flight. Al-Merahi was convicted by a Scottish court for 270 counts of murder in the case of Pan Am Flight 103. Ballistics were used to help figure when the bomb was detonated on the plane and where some of the plane fragments ended up. Another forensic technique used by federal officials during this case was document examination. They tried to track where the suitcase had come from and why it hadn't gone through security before being placed on the plane. There is very little documentation of the origins of the suitcase bomb, and therefore it's very tough to find where it came from. In conclusion, very little hard evidence is found to convict Abdul Basat Ali al-Mahiri with. Although in the end he was found guilty, this case study shows that bombing a plane is a way to commit a terrible crime without leaving much evidence.